Hi, friends and family. Welcome to our new YouTube channel. My name is Graham, and of course, my husband Jonathan here. And together, if you flip the letters, Jonathan and Graham make jam. So, welcome.
We're so happy that you're here supporting Gem Recovery Ministries. We are on a mission to spread positivity, joy, and kindness to you all. And this is also helping us as well with our journeys.
And speaking of journeys, this is a brand new journey for a lot of people. 2024 brings a lot of New Year's resolutions, new ideas, new ways of thinking, and just new ways in which you can change your life. And so, as we think about New Year, New Us, what does your New Year, New You look like?
Well, baby, thank you so much for asking. I actually love the new year because the new year is a new chance to start over, a new rebirth. 2024 was amazing. We ended the year with our wonderful marriage, our family coming together. It was amazing. But now we're on a new journey, a new year as a married couple. So for me, that means getting back into my fitness. I love working out. It is so therapeutic to me. It gives me so like it helps my mind, body, and soul when I work out. Physical health is very important. To live longer and things of that nature. So I go to the gym and things of that. Also, eating right and eating well also really is beneficial and helps me as well. So I want to really push forward in that area as well.
And so, one of my resolutions is I don't know about you all, but sometimes my caffeine intake can be a little much during the day. I don't get a good night's sleep the night before, so then I think an energy drink or two, or maybe sometimes four, can be helpful. And so, for me, one of the things that I've resolved this year is to lessen my intake of caffeine. In some ways, I think that caffeine has been something been dependent upon. So especially when I want to get energy and I want to have more of a kick to my day, I think about my energy intake. And so caffeine has been kind of like a friend along the way. So this year, kind of a friend break, maybe just a little bit of caffeine, not too much. Everything in moderation can go a long way.
Do
And
you,
then, yeah,
oh,
go ahead.
sorry.
Go.
Do you really do 4 energy drinks in a day?
Sometimes, yes.
Oh my God, baby, that is great. Okay,
I
I'm
mean,
so glad.
sometimes.
Yeah.
I do three. I just a little
How does
exaggerated.
it make you feel?
Like the Energizer Bunny.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, woo.
Oh my
Oh
God,
my god.
baby.
So but anyway, so thinking about another New Year's resolution, definitely like so you shared a baby a little bit about your fitness journey. I also was thinking about my fitness journey, and some people like my baby are more disciplined when it comes to going to the gym. Like this week, for example, like you've gone 1,000 times, I've gone once. So one of the things I'm thinking about is like how can I be more accountable to myself? That's actually a word at work we're using this year, like accountability. So our word for the year in our division is accountability. And so thinking about accountability is like maybe having an accountability partner when going to the gym, but also maybe taking the opportunity to go to a personal trainer. So that's something that we've had in the past. And so Baby and I were just talking about this yesterday. So what does it look like to have a personal trainer? What does it mean for us to take care of our body? One of the things the Bible talks about is our body is a temple of God. And so in some ways, a spiritual discipline is taking care of my body. And that's something my sponsor and I have been talking about recently. And it made me think about like, that is so true. How, like, my body, like, I'm putting a lot of energy drinks or caffeine into it. And then I'm not working out and I'm eating all this junk food on top of it. So I think that can be a recipe for disaster. And so for me, I don't want to be the master of my own disaster anymore. I want to
Mm.
be able to say, you know what? Like, take the reins back and say, like, I can do all things through God, but I also have to be able to get up and do them. Sometimes I don't want to go to the gym, but if I have a personal trainer, for example, that I can work out with, well, that's another level of accountability. And clearly, I want it. So it's not just about needing something, but it's about wanting it so bad that you'll do anything. Or in this case, for myself, I have to make that extra step going forward and make that resolution because a lot of times resolutions, a lot of people just like myself make them and then it kind of goes out the wayside by February. And so, what does that look like for you, baby, in your journey?
That is hard because when you're looking at like doing research and things of that nature, people say that like people start a New Year's resolution in January and then by
Yep.
February it's over,
Hmm.
it's done. So it's just really the consistency, and being accountable, having people in your life that can help you with the accountability, but being also accountable for yourself. When you brought that up yesterday while we were at the gym, we had such a great time at the gym. By the way, we did arms yesterday, and we had so much fun.
This is why my arms are down right now
I
because they
know,
are hurting the living out of me.
it's crazy. But when you brought that up, I was like, that's a good idea for you to do your personal training because we went to the same personal trainer last
Mhm.
year and we got really fit and we like lost so much weight and things of that nature. And then we stopped going to personal training because we had our wedding planning and things of that nature. And then our wedding topped with the holiday season. We ate so much last year. So much last year was crazy. And I personally gained so much weight because of it. And I don't have a fast metabolism like I used to.
Same. Same.
So if I like eat, I can like gain weight fast. But that accountability thing, which is great because you can go to the personal trainer, like you said, 2 times a week, and then we can work out 2 times a week as well. So you have me and you have our personal trainer as well, which is great. But also, it comes down to the consistency. Like
Mhm.
really, just like okay, I can do this for January, but once it comes February, where I just want to hit that wall already and be like,
Yep.
I'm over this, I'm done with this. Just being able to push even further, because I just, and especially you talked about when we have kids someday. Like, I want to be able to be fit and be able to run around with our kids, play
Mhm.
with our kids, and things of that nature. And those habits start today. Those
Mhm.
habits start today. And it's the habits of mind, body, soul, and spirit. Not just like your fitness health, but
Yeah.
eating healthy as well. Also, praying and meditation, doing our meetings and our church and things of that nature to get that spiritual growth as well. Because another thing that I want to do more of and we kind of talked about this, is going to meetings more.
Mhm.
Everyone out there who's our friends and family know that we're in recovery, which is amazing. We've been in recovery for a period of time now, and sometimes, like speaking for me, I get complacent and things of that nature.
Mm.
So I have periods where I go to meetings hardcore, and then I have periods where I don't go to meetings at all. And last year was a time period where I just started fizzling out of the meetings, and I do want to go back to meetings this year. And even there's not so many in-person meetings in Indianapolis or Westfield, but even if I have to go online, I will do that just to up that spiritual growth as well.
Yeah. And that reminds me how the program talks about like going to any lengths. And so not just for our meeting, health, and everything else, but like I'm just curious to know what is it that people go to any lengths for. And so for me, I went to any lengths in 2020 and before that, on 2020 and before that, to go to any lengths to get whatever I wanted. And it was a lot of toxic stuff. So now I've turned the leaf and I'm just able to say, you know what, like this is going to be different.
Mhm.
I am going to go to any lengths, but this time it's going to be for something that is going to be healthy. And not only that, but beyond that, having some level of growth is so important. And so as I think about resolutions, like all that it's doing, like it's a grow. And as for example, like I just go to one meeting a day, like, and then if like by the nighttime occurs and I haven't gone to a meeting, then I'm like, oh, well, then I probably didn't have time today to go to a meeting because life got in the way. And as the program says, we live life on life's terms. And so part of that is, okay, you know what? I have a time right now. I could watch TV or I could go to a meeting. And so in that moment, I can choose to do that and instead be able to say, you know what? I did go to a meeting today. Yes. Was it the meeting that I wanted to go to or was it a space that like I chose? No, but you know what? Sometimes the most unexpected things there could be beauty in them as well.
And you, baby, you're the kind of person that you love lists and timelines and calendars and things of that nature.
Yeah.
So tell us like, how do you stay on top of everything you need to do? Meetings, working out, fitness, all that stuff that you said you want to do this year. How would you keep up with it? Because you're bringing that into our relation,
Hmm.
to our marriage, and helping us be able to stay on track with all of that.
Honestly, I think it comes down to the accountability. I think it comes down to having somebody so we have each other to make sure that
Woo!
yes, like that we are like
Yeah.
able to have that accountability level. And so like because we can't do this alone. No human being was made to be on their own.
Nope.
And so I think that's the biggest thing is, and using like Google Calendar or anything, like you can make a list, you can have a calendar on your wall. Like, I mean, it's just simple things, a planner, whatever it takes. And as I have new people starting at work next week, like that's one thing I was looking at. It was like, okay, this is what I do. This is how I organize my schedule, but it not necessarily is going to be how they organize it. Not everybody is going to do what I like, just what I am all about. Not everybody's me. Like there's not the world is not me and just all just the versions of me. So I have to be okay to know that everybody has a way they learn, everybody has a way they organize, everybody has a way in which they are running their lives, and to understand and learn from them is much better than saying, "Oh, well, that's not how I do it," and then kind of closing the door on that.
Well, this year we started something really cool because of the Real Housewives,
Mm-hmm.
Beverly Hills, Crystal.
Oh yeah,
Her and her family, they do
Yep.
yes, they do a calendar where it's color coded. So
Mm-hmm.
we started doing a calendar where everything's color coded. Like our each individual things are color coded. Things we do as a family, things, our outings, and that is really like just looking at the calendar. I was like, this is so pretty. I love looking at all the colors. But that's also been helping for the past week as well. So
Also, so yeah, I mean, anything that we can do to keep up, and it comes down to, can we keep on doing it? Consistency. I think we were just talking about that before we started the video. Like, we want to be consistent, and that's one thing
yeah,
we want to be consistent on. Even last year, like we didn't make an intentional plan for when we're going to do these videos, but on Saturdays you're going to see these videos pop up. So if you're on a Saturday, it's a Saturday morning, and you know that you uh, we have the video, then we know, okay, the schedule says, the calendar says we need to do it today, so we do it. So by Sunday, whenever you have your time with the Lord or whoever your higher power is, maybe put us on top of that too. Like, know that this video you can watch and have a little bit of like some whatever words of wisdom we can provide for you all out there, because that's the whole purpose of this recovery ministry. Means that we're all recovering from something in way or another, and it's not, it just could be alcohol, drugs, but it could also just be recovering from body image issues. It could be recovering from trauma in your life. It could be just recovering from the week, because sometimes we go through hard weeks, and that's okay. Like, it's okay to not be okay. So know that we could be a safe space for you to come and interact with us in a virtual way. And also, you can leave us on our new Facebook page that will also link on the comments as well. You can see we are there for you. We've joined up our forces together. So it's Jonathan and Graham Bryant that we have a Facebook page in which we're going to engage with you, have more content. And then we know if you have a friend that you think would be really good to send this video to, go ahead. Have them do that. Look at this video, look at it together, and then ask us questions. We're very open to questions, and we also would love to hear what topics you would like to hear about.
Absolutely.
Because that's the thing. We can talk here and chatter all day long, like the read from Drew Houses of Beverly Hills. But we also could talk about the things you want us to talk about. And then knowing that, like, you are the person we're doing this for. Whoever you are out there, hopefully today this message gives you a way to newify yourself. And whatever that looks like, we wish you the best, and we're praying for you.
So as we close, I just wanted, as Baby said, remind you to like, share, subscribe, share with people that you know in your life and things of that nature. We're so happy that you were able to join us today. We love each and every single one of you. And we just hope that your 2024 goes off without a hitch and goes off amazingly.
Thank you so much for being here today.
Bye.